Hello besties, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Marvel, and on today's episode we're going to be learning how to make this beautiful corporate dress, just like you see here. Okay, without much wasting time, let's get right into the video. All right. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be needing a Duchess satin fabric, scissors, a ruler, a tape rule, and a marker. Okay. So on my pattern paper, I've gone ahead to draw my starting line. Then from there, I'm going to come down by 9 inches. Okay, this 9 inches is how long I want the twist to be. So just go ahead and rule 9 inches just as seen, and draw a straight line just to secure it down. Okay, so that's where our twist is going to be starting from. If you want your twist to be longer than 9 inches, you can decide to just go down by 10 inches or 11 inches. It depends on what you want. Okay, so from that point is going to be my starting line. I'm going to go ahead and measure my shoulder. Then from my shoulder, I'm going to go ahead and impute all my basic measurements. I'm going to impute my bust point, my waistline, that's my half length. Then I'm going to also impute my hip line, as that's going to be how long I want the top to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and rule a line all through. Then I'm going to secure it, and also going to go ahead and label them just as seen. So from there, from the twist, I'm going to go ahead and mark 2 inches. Okay, this 2 inches is how wide you want the neck to be. All right, so you can go ahead to measure 3 inches or 3.5 inches. It depends on you if you don't want the upper part, the neck part, to be so tight. Okay, so by the time I was done, mine was okay. It was fitted, but you can decide to go ahead and measure 3 inches. So from there, I'm going to go ahead and measure 7 inches, and I'm going to draw a straight line just like you see me do. I'm going to draw a slanted line. All right, so 7 inches is how wide I want the twist to be. So from there, after measuring 7 inches, I'm going to go ahead and measure 5 inches. Why I'm measuring 5 inches is because I've already taken out 2 inches from my total neck measurement of 7 inches. So I'm just going ahead and start my shoulder measurement from that point. Okay, then I'm also going to impute my chest line. Okay, I forgot to include that at the beginning, so I'm going to be including my chest line at this point. Then I'm going to be imputing all my circumference measurement. All right, so I'm going to impute my bust, my round bust, divide by 4, and my hip line, my waistline, divide by 4, and my hip circumference, divide by 4, and I'm going to impute it. All right, all the way down. Then I'm also going to be connecting it with my curve just as seen. Okay, so just go ahead and impute yours as well. All right, so this top, I want it to be 25 inches long. Okay, yours can be shorter if you want. So at this point, this is going to be our new shoulder. All right, this is going to be the shoulder for the front. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark 4 inches down and connect it. All right, this is because I want to create our armhole. That's where our armhole is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 4 inches. Then I'm going to connect it and create my armhole curve to my chest line. Okay, so just go ahead and impute as seen. All right, so I'm going to go down by 1/2 inch and create a little bit of curve at the shoulder. This is just going to serve as more like my shoulder slope. Okay, so now I'm going to be imputing my allowance. I'm going to be having 1 inch allowance, and I'm going to be adding extra 1 inch allowance for ease. So a total of 2 inches allowance is what I'm going to be needing for this dress. Okay, so just go ahead and connect just as seen. Then I'm also going to be connecting the chest line area to our armhole, I'm going to be having a new armhole. So just go ahead and curve it just as seen. Okay, mine was too straight, so I decided to curve it again a bit to give it that curvy look. All right, because our armhole is curvy. All right, so just go ahead and cut out. Okay, that's points where I'm imputing the dotted line is going to be a new armhole curve that I'm going to be cutting out. Okay, so that's basically for the front pattern. All right, I hope you can see clearly what it looks like. I'm just going ahead to cut out. All right, so I'm going to cut it out for you to see. So just look closely the parts I'm going to be cutting out. Okay. At this point, the wind was blowing the pattern paper too much, so I had to be turning and twisting the pattern paper to be able to get the exact cutout that I wanted. Okay, but I hope you can see exactly how I'm cutting it out. All right, so this is how yours should look like. Okay. So for the back pattern, it's very easy. We just go ahead and draft your basic bodice back pattern. Okay, if you don't know how to do this, I have a detailed tutorial on how to draft a basic bodice, so you can just go ahead and watch it up. But I'm just going to be explaining this. I've gone ahead to impute my chest line, my bust point, my waistline, just like I did in the front. All right, so just go ahead and do yours. So now we're going to be cutting out on our fabric. All right, go ahead and pin down, because guys, this satin fabric is can be very funny. Okay, so it's silky, so it moves at every interval. So just go ahead and pin down, and after pinning down, go ahead again and arrange it properly. All right, before cutting out, pin down and arrange properly before pinning, before cutting out. Okay, so just go ahead and do as seen. Okay, so now I'm just going to be cutting it out. I'm going to cut out exactly how you see it at the pattern paper. I hope you can see clearly right now how your pattern should come out looking like. All right, so just go ahead and cut out just like I'm doing right now. All right. So I had to make this part not too fast so you can see how I'm doing it. Okay, so for the back pattern, go ahead and trace it out. So remember, for the back pattern, I did not include any allowances, so I'm going to be including my 2 inches allowances. Don't forget, 1 inch is for joining both sides and 1 inch is for extra ease, because I don't want the top to be tight. The top is a free top. Then I went ahead to impute 1.5 inches for my zipper. Then I'm going to be taking 1/2 inch, just like you see me do. This 1/2 inch I'm taking out. I'm going to slant it all the way to the center back. All right, this is to eliminate the zipper board that is going to be at the back. Okay, so just go ahead and do yours. All right, if you watch my previous videos, I always like to eliminate zipper board this way. All right, so just go ahead and do at seam and cut out. All right, this is basically it for the back. All right, there's nothing special about the back. It's just imputing your basic measurement just like you did in the front. All right, so just go ahead and do at seam. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut out just like you see me do. So then for the neckline, I went by 3 inches by 2 inches. Okay, so you can decide to go down more deeper if you want. Depends on how you want your back to be, but for me, I'm just going to be going by 2 inches by 3. So for my sleeve, I'm going to just cut out what I need. I'm going to be making a free sleeve. So at this point, I'm going to go down by 3 inches and I'm going to connect it to impute to get my armhole curve. Okay, so this sleeve is going to be 23 inches long, but I'm going to be cutting out 24 inches because that 1 inch I'm going to be attaching a little bit of a belt at the tip of the sleeve. Okay, so just go ahead and cut out just like you see me do and notch the midpoint. Okay, so for the little belt I want, so just go ahead and measure your wrist. My wrist is 8 inches. Okay, so I want it like 3 inches long just to give that beautiful shape and tightening. So just go ahead and mark 5 inches, fold your fabric like I seen, then mark 5 inches by 4 inches. Okay, 5 inches, I'm measuring 5 inches because I'm going to be using 1 inches to join, then 4 inches because I'm going to be using 1 inches to join the other side. Okay, so just go ahead and cut out just as seen. Cut out 2 pieces for both sleeve just as seen. Okay, and also label them, the back and the front, and keep aside just as seen. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and start sewing. So open your fabric just like I'm doing, then close up the twist area. Okay, you're going to be closing up, ensure that the wrong side is facing wrong side. So just close up just like I'm doing. All right, just only the twist area, so just close it up, secure it with your pin. We are going to go ahead and run a straight stitch with our machine. Okay, so just close up and pin down just as seen. All right, I'm going to just go ahead and run a straight stitch only on the twist. Okay, only on the twist, guys. So just go ahead and do yours. So I've gone ahead to run a straight stitch on the twist. So I'm going to bring my back pattern, my back, and I'm going to join the shoulders, the back shoulders, and yes, both the shoulders. I'm going to be joining both the shoulders. Okay, so here I've gone ahead to join the shoulders. So now we are going to go ahead and twist our design. So just go ahead and twist it just like I did, like a crisscross kind of twist. Then for you to make it easy for yourself, from the zipper part, just go ahead and pin it down all the way around. Okay, just go ahead and pin down just as seen. You're going to pin it down and ensure that the parts you run stitch on is actually facing the back part. All right, so just go ahead and do yours as I did. All right, don't forget, from the center back, just start pinning it down from the center back of your back pattern. This will make it easy for you to be able to pin down, so you don't get confused while pinning. Okay, so just go ahead and pin down and ensure that you secure it properly before heading to join it. All right, so just go ahead. I'm going to go to my sewing machine and I'm going to join it, and you can see that our twist is already coming out beautifully. So here, this is how it looks like by the time I was sewing the twist. You can see how beautiful it's already forming. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and insert my zipper, all right, at the back. So just go ahead and do yours just as seen. All right, I'm going to do that and come back. So here I've imputed my zip. You can see how it's looking at the back. The turtleneck is already coming out. So now I'm going to go ahead to my machine and I'm going to go ahead and join the sides. Okay, so here I've gone ahead to join the sides, and I've also gone ahead to hem it down. You can see how beautiful it's looking. I've also gone ahead to iron. Don't forget to iron. So right now we are going to go and work on our sleeve, on how we want it. So just bring your sleeve just like we cut out, and the other parts we cut out. All right, so I've gone ahead to iron it on fold. So I'm going to open up my sleeve at this point, and I'm going to go ahead and sew a gather stitch to match this little part that I've cut out. All right, to create the beauty, to create that wrist tightening that I wanted for the sleeve. So I'll go ahead and do that. All right, by the time I was done, this is what it looks like. All right, if you've enjoyed this video so far, kindly subscribe, do yours, and send. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. All right, bye.